Hello there everyone, and welcome back. We're finally starting to make some real progress here as I finally got use of a second favor in the Chief Librarian. Although I'm not exactly certain how Fear the Darkness, whatever the ability is called, how it works. I'm going to make the assumptions relate to insubordination chance, which means I'm going to assume it's about a 30% chance of causing a mutiny and possibly several other critical hits on the target if it succeeds, so it has a lot of promise. Even more promise if I can upgrade Mephiston to get the full effect out of him. Although that is still a ways away, and we got the rest of my other fleet to continue with leveling up. And while it may not have been the smartest idea to put my favor on a ship that's currently lost in warp, at least it's somewhere where I can easily see it on the top of the list. And hopefully, when I have all my favors and other things all set up, it's not going to look like a bit of a mess here. Since I can't really put favors on all my ships, which is kind of unique to the Space Marines. It remains to be seen if the favors make up for the lack of upgrades onto an entire fleet. Because really, it just encourages me to just use those ships over everything else. And we are back with Chaos. I can't relish in the fact I won against Chaos before, and because of the Lost in Warp effect, I'm not going to be able to do 4 strike cruisers. So, we're going to stick with the battle barge and 2, torpedo? Oh wait, you're not torpedoes. We are going to stick with the 2 torpedo. Oh wait, I'm still picking the wrong one, damn it. Getting all mixed up. There we go. Going to use the 2 torpedo strike cruisers, and as much as I would love to use the Gladiuses there, Hunters, I can feel 2 Hunters if I go with them, which arguably is a little bit better. I just don't have any extra firepower, which to be honest, torpedoes are more powerful anyway. I kind of would prefer my Gladiuses though, I'm not gonna lie. Although I don't really have much choice unless I want to go with the Mark III strike cruisers, I guess. Come to think of it, if I had my 4 strike cruisers, I probably would have the points maybe for my 2 Gladiuses there. It would be pretty damn close though, to say the least. Because I have about 5-6 points under 600 with the 4 strike cruisers, and then it would be close. I think that would be a better composition. But of course, Lost in Warp decided to screw me over. So not much I could do about it. We're looking at 5 ships, so this looks like the very traditional type of fleet setup. So, let's try and put what I learned to the test here. If only just a little bit. Actually, let me do this group 2 and then separate the battle barge. I'm going to have to control them individually though to kind of minimize the likeliness of getting spotted by any beacons, ideally. And use the Hunters to spot if possible. And of course, Stormhawks are going to deal with any despoiler type of bombers. Interestingly enough, he's all spread as well. So, is it a safe assumption these are his light cruisers or frigates then? Way over there? I can definitely see that there. But what's my plan? I think the plan, if I can somehow get my torpedoes to hit properly, is to go after the Archeons. I said already, the Stormhawks can basically deal with the Despoiler, Desolator. I still can't remember which battleship is which. I'm assuming it's the Despoiler, the one that with the carriers. So, if I can do a good job of minimizing his damage, and then focus on the ones with the straight up lances and actual firepower, I should be okay. Not to mention the fact the battleship has 400 extra health, so if I were to focus on the battleship and destroy it, that's technically an Archeon and a half right there, so it stands to reason that killing the Archeon might be more valuable, not to mention the fact it's a lot easier if I can hit with the torpedoes. That's going to be the main challenge there. Okay, beacon's on the move. We're all good here. I can dodge that, no problem. I think. Strike cruiser, get moving. Dodge the mine. We should be good, although that does tell me that is a cruiser back there behind the minefield. So I think we're okay there. The battle... dang it, strike cruiser is probably not going to make it. Oh well, silent running is still an option. I'm way out of range. That it should hopefully come back up in time. At the very least, I should have it hide behind my battle barge, so that way it's not punished for not having a brace for impact. We should be good. And now we figure out what we're going to do here. Because this is a little bit of a different placement anyway. He seems like he wants to surround me for some reason. So, we have an Archeon right there. It's a level 4. Thank God for not having... I was hoping he was going to move, but apparently he's not. Oh well. I could just outrange that easily enough. And get myself ready. Oh, of course, this is another situation where a silent run would have been better, wouldn't it? You would think. Although it is taking the hits, it is drawing fire, so it's not terrible just yet. I still feel like it would have been better. Let's see. There we go, that's revealed. Now, I'm waiting for a silent run, because he seems like the type, and he's got corn, so this works well for me. He's got bonus damage to shields, and he's got additional lightning strikes, so he is taking full advantage of that corn. Yeesh, the blood god must be pleased with him then. Although he's letting the demons do the work for him, and not actually the corn berserkers. And the torpedoes sadly missed, although they're still gonna... he was just at the perfect angle. Although we're still good here. We are still good, and that is a second beacon. I was not paying attention to that. Oh, no, not a second beacon. That was the beacon that revealed my dang frigate. Although I still got this gas cloud. That's not a huge issue just yet. And he did silent run. Okay, we know what we're doing. Just hiding the gas cloud. If he's going to play the long game, then this suits me well. I just got to mitigate his damage. Do I repair now? It seems more valuable to save that. It seems more valuable to keep that for the time being. Because I only took like 50 health. I did burn all my thrusters though. That was a bit of a mistake. I didn't think it was almost out of boosters there. Nonetheless, we're getting some progress, I guess. He's kind of a little bit afraid of me. And I do have the nebula cloud, or the gas cloud, so that is something. The question is, how do I get close to him without going all out? Because he still could have Slanesh, and that will screw me over in any close combat situation. Although I am seeing corn, so maybe he's not going that route. But again, all I saw was one cruiser, so I have no idea what the other ones were. Slanesh can screw me over with my lack of a brace for impact to kind of soak the damage. Is not to mention my supercharged void shield is gonna be essential. Okay, stasis bomb all you want there. Oh, let's see, let me keep tabs on my cooldown for beacons, because his will come up at roughly the same time, I'm gonna guess. It's looking like, because I have about, what, another minute or so? I still have fighters. This is going to be a bit of a long one. Do I just fire torpedoes? I should be able to fire torpedoes. I just gotta make an assumption, figure out what ships are which, though. Okay, strike cruiser can dodge. Sadly, the battle barge is probably going to get detected, so what I would like to do is, if it does get detected, maybe use the asteroid field to hide it. Nah, the strike cruiser I thought was going to dodge, but I guess not. Not happening here. Although, does he have his fire angle he wants? Probably not. Did the battle barge actually not get detected? So, I can live with that, but I'll know as soon as it starts getting shot at, I guess. And he is grouped up for me, so this helps a little bit with my torpedo shots. And we're about to reveal in a moment. Which means I should have just used my boring torpedoes, shouldn't I? Come on, Hunter, don't... it took the hit. Although, we're looking good now. Let's go in for it. I see there is one siege, and that's the priority. It's a slaughter, too. But it doesn't have armor-piercing rounds. In fact, he decided to use his dang... In fact, he decided to use his dang Slanesh on one of my frigates there. So he does have a second one, but it's on cooldown. I want to lock on. It feels like it's worth doing. But I'm going to take a lot of damage. Although, I should have waited until the shield's gone down, now that I think of it. Prioritize this thing. It's already prioritized. The brace for impact did go down, so that's fine. Fire torpedoes, get in there. Supercharged voice shield still active. Ram it. Give it a merciless ram. He decides to lock on, and that's gonna hurt. Speaking of which, I should board, shouldn't I? And now lock on, finish this thing off. And I was hoping boring torpedoes would help hit this thing. Okay, shields are coming back up. Hopefully this Archeon will die. Not quite, unfortunately. Shields came back up. That's annoying. Although if he wants to keep that thing in there, that's good. No mercy, not this time. Not this time. If you can get him out, fine, but I'm not going to give him that luxury. Not just yet. Although, this is looking promising. The battle barge took a lot of hits early on with the brace for impact off, but we managed to turn around. We managed to get that victory. Although, lack of Nurgle, lack of Slanesh, he could have completely locked me down there. It's a victory. It was a bit of a weird one. But it was higher level than the last Chaos I played, so we are, at the very least, working our way up to the higher rank. Rather than just dive in on the deep side of the pool, having to fight level 10, fully optimized, fully upgraded type of ships. So that's a bit of a relief. That is a nice relief. And none of my cruisers and ships were destroyed. One of my frigates probably died since it was hit by Slanesh, so I couldn't have even silent run it. I don't know if I lost the second frigate, if I were to be perfectly honest. I think it's a safe assumption I lost both frigates. But we played that match a little bit smarter at least. Better, I couldn't tell you, but at least it was smarter, trying to get the reads and get a sense of what kind of ships he has. And sadly, I lack the renown I need for my belt armor. Is it even the belt armor I want to go for my second upgrade? Because unlike my strike cruisers and vanguards, I'm not as crippled for losing my prows as I would otherwise. I just lose my... Well, I do lose a lot of weaponry. It's just not the bombardment cannons, which are pretty essential when I'm ready to get in close. Torpedoes and Thunderhawks are more for the harassing and longer distance shots, so... I do wonder if I want to go belt armor, at least right away. What would be the better alternative, though? Probably Frost Patterns if I want to go more durability. Don't think any of the gunnery upgrades I want just yet, aside from maybe the extended range. Extended range is probably the only one I could think of, especially since most people are going to want to run away from the battle barge. I think that might be a little more significant than the belt armor. At least for the moment. At least it gives me an opportunity to play with it more. And oh, is this a rematch? This looks like I'm feeling a rematch coming on. Camp Sao. Helps if I remembered what your name was for the last one. No! We are fighting a max level Tau. Well, this is going to be interesting. Adaptive deflector is probably a thing. That's something I have to take very seriously because I don't know what would be good for this. Again, adaptive deflector means my lance battle barge could be useful here. Is it the smart choice? I think the bombardment cans might be better because if he's going the earth cache, he has the same speed and mobility as my battle barge, so it's not like he can run away from me. So power might be better. If 4 strike cruisers are pretty damn tempting too, I'm not gonna lie. But I need raw damage and the ability to kill his ships. And it gives me a chance to try out my, my Librarian finally. And sadly, I cannot, actually, let me try the 4 strike cruisers. Can I get a second frigate? No, I can get a hunter though. I don't think that's worth it, unfortunately. Let's go with the battle barge. This is a cruiser clash. I had to double check what the mission type was just to be sure. That's really making me regret. Making me wish I take 2 hunters instead, but the lance could be more useful. Just additional straight up firepower to get through his shield so I can get at the juicy interior of the Tau ships. And of course it can negate the armor there, where messengers and probably custodian can very easily deal with my torpedoes. At least a large number of them. Oops, I took the wrong battle barge anyway. Well, I guess we're doing it. No matter what, we're still doing it. So, this would be a good field test, but I should consider this a loss because I want to rely on the bombardment cannons to do the work for me. Not what I had in mind all. Oh well, it could be worse. I got the range at least. I have beacons on practically all my ships. I just lack the critical extended sensor for my Nova to be useful here. Which even more makes me regret not feeling the Nova or the Hunters. Although at least we don't have to worry about the staff alloy, so that's a plus. And these H7 ships, this strikes me very much. I almost want to say this is a custodian and a stronghold, but his formation suggests maybe 3 protectors or 3 protectors and 4 frigates. Okay, there's a bastion. I think no, that is definitely a custodian and oh, never mind. He decided to go 2 protectors instead. So we could deal with the bombers decently enough. Although I do lack my 3rd Stormhawk squad. Bit of an issue there. But if I keep them grouped up, bunched up, then that shouldn't be terrible. Let me just try aim for the ships on the side. So that way the stronghold does not contribute with its fighters shooting down my torpedoes. Or at the very least it won't be able to arrive in time to contribute. And I am apparently getting hits. So I want to say he does not have a messenger with the amount of repairs I just heard. Okay, so he does have Earth Cache, but I have a Nebula Cloud. Not a huge deal, just gotta be careful of him sniping my frigate. So side strafing could be pretty useful and make that difficult to hit him. Because he only sees the Stormhawks, that probably doesn't really help him too much on where I'm at. Alright, just keep firing. He is repairing. Although he does have repair drones as well. And now let me get my firing arc ready. Because my lances are almost in range. We got the stronghold firing. Although it's good. I don't even need to move. That's amusing. I almost don't need to move. Now, can I beacon if just fire away? It's a messenger, unfortunately, but it's a start. Let's put the pressure on him. Aw, a torpedo did hit me, dang it. So, we are getting hits. Boring torpedoes. Let's kill the messenger, so hopefully these torpedoes are a lot more effective. Although I should have gone after the level 3 on the left. That looks like it would have been a better arc. Now get ready to see what this messenger, or what this Fear of Darkness is all about. Can it be useful here? Okay, messenger is gone, so hopefully that works well for me. He is locking on. Although prioritizing weapons does not seem to make much sense, considering he's got so many different weapons anyway. It's not like Imperial Navy or Chaos. So focus on that. Do I fear darkness? No, let's do it on the other one, although it didn't seem like it worked. It didn't look like it worked, so try and stay away from the stronghold, even though he didn't look like he got much of a charge on it. And also try and keep my distance some, if possible. Now get the hell out and dodge these missiles. That's one cruiser down. That's a Castellan, also gone. Well, actually, that probably wasn't a Castellan, since he has a Dalef. So, I did burn all my thrusters, so that could be a bit of a problem, but I have another ship in the way, and its repairs are about to come back up. Prioritize this one. Avoid the stronghold at all costs, I think is the name of the game. Can I board? I just want to board right now. Dodge the seeker missiles if possible. Engines are gone, so he's going for the kill. I can at least give this thing a breather. A very brief breather, but one nonetheless. Oh, am I just going to hit myself? I think I'm just going to hit myself here. Okay, I think the torpedo shot was bad, but keep blocking the shots best I can. Shields are about to come back up. Another ship just died. Nah, the stronghold got it. Now, kill the Dalef. You got more projectors. Okay. This is not an issue. I forgot to lock on this thing, so that's an issue in itself. Although, if he wants to burn all his cogitators, by all means. I do need to keep in mind... damn, the bombers did their thing. Well, I got the kill, though. It's really tempting to keep on fighting here, I'm not gonna lie. Question is, what do I focus on? Because I still got powerful macro batteries here. Let's keep that option available, though. Because I still got supercharged void shield. It was promising, but wave projector did throw me off. And that doesn't do a whole lot on its own. Because I could still hit them. Again, I could still hit both of them. Just not the best. Okay, wreckage, get out of your way, and again, I gotta keep an eye on that dang stronghold and its ability to just murder my battle barge relatively quickly. Did I shoot down the mantas? I shot down a notable amount at least. Yeah, it's not quite enough damage. It was working promising. It killed the frigates relatively well. And sadly, that did not get through the armor, not a single one. And recharge the shields, keep them going. And get ready to keep going forward. Because the stronghold doesn't seem to be doing a whole lot. Although it's still going to outlast me a little bit with brace for impact gone. Because he does have the upgrades, he has the adaptive deflector, he even has energy shields for his fighters, so... I'm keeping that warp jump option available, though. Yeah, that hit hard. And now you're not going to let me board. He had to kill the generators too, that's what dealt it. Sure, don't even let me try and board you, you jerk. Jeez. That's a shame. If only the generator hadn't died, I could have at least warped out. Well, that was a good match. If I had the bombard mechanics, though, I feel like that would have gone better. The Lances were a little bit too slow to complement strike cruisers. It did kill the frigates relatively quick, and considering he had a messenger, maybe 2 messengers, that is a big deal as far as trying to hit him with torpedoes. So it had promise there, it just wasn't the right group. And of course I get no experience for my efforts. Now, if I had used it properly, hell, I didn't even lock on at all. I completely forgot about the poor thing, aside from making sure it was firing, so it had promise. Need to work on that a little bit more though, needless to say.